Hi all, welcome to Simple Engineering, Engineering Simplified. I am Neetu Rahul. Today we are going to discuss about frequency response analysis, in that frequency domain specifications. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing. Let's move to the video. So frequency domain specifications. In frequency domain specifications, we have 6 parameters. One is resonant peak, which is denoted as MR. Then resonant frequency, WR or omega R. Bandwidth, WB. Cutoff rate, gain margin, Kg, and phase margin, gamma. So resonant peak MR means it is the maximum value of magnitude. Maximum value of magnitude of our closed loop transfer function. So large resonant peak means that corresponds to large overshoot in the transient response. Then resonant frequency omega R means the frequency at which the resonant peak occurs. It means the frequency at which the resonant peak, that is MR, occurs. That frequency is called resonant frequency. Then bandwidth is WB, which means it is a range of frequencies. Range of frequencies is denoted as the bandwidth for which the system normalized gain is more than minus 3 dB. So system gain will be, normalized gain will be more than minus 3 dB. And the frequency at which the gain is minus 3 dB, that is called cutoff frequency. So the next term is cutoff frequency. So cutoff frequency means the frequency at which the gain, that is minus 3 dB, is called the cutoff frequency. Then bandwidth you can also refer as, or you can define bandwidth as, the bandwidth is defined for closed loop system that it transmits the signal whose frequency are less than the cutoff frequency. So we can write or define bandwidth for a closed loop system that it transmits the signal whose frequency is less than the cutoff frequency. So bandwidth means it is a measure of ability of a feedback system to reproduce the input signal. Ability of feedback, ability, or it is a measure of the ability of a feedback system to reproduce the input signal. So that is called bandwidth. So cutoff rate means it is the slope of the magnitude curve, logarithmic magnitude curve near the cutoff frequency. That is called cutoff rate. That is, you can see the slope of the magnitude curve near the cutoff frequency. That is called cutoff rate. So it distinguishes the signal from the noise. So cutoff rate that distinguish signal from noise. Then next is gain margin. Gain margin is denoted as Kg, where it is given by the reciprocal of the magnitude of an open loop transfer system at phase crossover frequency. Phase crossover frequency. The reciprocal of the magnitude of open loop transfer function at phase crossover frequency. So phase crossover frequency, which is denoted as omega Pc, phase P crossover C. So phase crossover frequency is denoted as omega, so omega Pc. So phase crossover frequency means it is the frequency at which the phase of open loop transfer function is 180. That is called phase crossover frequency. And gain margin means it is denoted as Kg. It is equal to 1 by the reciprocal of the magnitude of open loop transfer function at phase crossover frequency. So phase crossover frequency is omega Pc, magnitude of the reciprocal, so 1 by magnitude of the open loop transfer system at phase crossover frequency. So that is called gain margin. So Kg in dB, you can write it as 20 log Kg, your gain margin in decibels dB. So it is equal to 20 log Kg. Gain margin is 1 by magnitude of Gj omega Pc. Next is phase margin. Phase margin is denoted as gamma. So the gain crossover frequency is denoted as omega Gc, is the frequency at which magnitude of open loop transfer system is unity, that is 1, or it is a frequency at which dB magnitude is 0. So you can write in terms of the gain crossover frequency omega Gc, that is the frequency at which our magnitude of open loop transfer function is unity, or it is the frequency at which the dB magnitude is 0, which means gamma is equal to 180 degree plus phi Gc, and phi Gc is equal to angle G of j omega Pc. If you know about these frequency domain specifications, easily we can plot the frequency response plot like Bode plot, polar plot, all these things. So be thorough with this, then it will be easy for to do with the next problem sections. Hope this is clear for everyone. If you find this useful, please share it with others. Thank you.